YouTube! We are finally in Beijing. It is so stinking hot right now.
So we have ice cream.
So we have ice cream because it's hot. It's like 11 o'clock in the morning right now, and it's like, what? It feels like it's 30, 35.
We were going to wear dresses, and then it was like, nope, you're not.
You're wearing shorts.
And the lightest thing you can possibly think of to wear.
Yeah, so we're just eating our ice cream doing this vlog. But
we're just going to explore the streets today. We might not actually get into the Forbidden City because there's only so many tickets sold in a day, but that's okay. As long as we can see it,
we're good.
It matters.
Yeah, we're going to go.
The Great Wall we're seeing tomorrow, and we're seeing the opera tonight.
Yeah, we're going to the opera tonight. We are now just walking from our hotel. We dropped off all of our stuff. We got to check in early, so we dropped off all of our stuff. It was a little bit of an ordeal to get to our hotel. We tried to take a taxi because there was a huge line at the railway station to get onto the subway, to buy tickets to get onto the subway.
A huge line. We thought it would just be faster
so we're like,
to take a taxi.
Let's take a taxi, but the taxi driver had no idea where we were going. And then he just drove us somewhere and was like, this is where it is. And we're like, no, this is not where we were supposed to be. So we ended up just like paying him and getting out and taking the metro that was nearby back to our actual hotel. So it was a little bit of an ordeal. So we're a little bit later than what we were hoping, but that's okay. It's all an adventure in Beijing. So we're trying to find the Forbidden Palace and Tiananmen Square, and we came across this park. So we're walking in this park because somebody said that if we keep on walking, we'll get to the Forbidden Palace. So we're walking here to find the Forbidden Palace. It's great. We looked at a map and figured out what things were. This is called Tiananmen. Forbidden City is way past down that way. And then right across the way is called the Tiananmen Square. So we met some random person on the other side of that thing who told us to go through this way to get to the Forbidden City. So we just paid 2 yuan to go to walk through this park. We have arrived. This is the Palace Museum, or also known as the Forbidden City. This is where emperors lived until 1911, and then China no longer had emperors after that. Nice. It's now turned into a museum called the Palace Museum. Forbidden City. I think I read somewhere there's somewhere like 999 or maybe like 9,099 rooms, something. 999. There's just under 1,000 rooms in this thing. It goes back really far, and there's a lot of rooms in the place. It's back in the park near the Forbidden Palace. We think that this is a temple, an ancient temple. We don't actually know, but when we walked in, we had to walk over a step like we did at the Jian Temple, so we think it might be a temple. But whatever it is, it looks kind of ancient and old. Never mind, this is not a temple. We figured it out because there is a little sign over there that says this is an ancestral shrine. So, it's an ancestral shrine. Okay, so apparently in this area there are a lot of weddings. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 4 way over there, 5, 6, and we passed one already. So there are 7 brides here taking photos, brides and grooms taking photos for their weddings. Oh, what did I say, 7? There's one more, 8. There are 8. They wear, you probably can't see that, but there are 8 brides and grooms that I can see. Oh, 9. There are 3 over there. Okay, so let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 2 have passed us. They wear white wedding dresses and red wedding dresses. Red wedding dresses. They have like multiple different wedding dresses. The weddings here in China are very different. They get married first, like legally through the government, and then they go get their wedding photos taken, and at their wedding photos they normally have like 3 or 4 different dresses that they wear for those wedding photos, and then they have their reception or their wedding ceremony like a couple months after they already got married through the government. And at that reception is where they display all these photos that they take in their red dresses and their white dresses and their blue dresses. So this is Tiananmen, and And then right across the road is Tiananmen Square. Tiananmen Square was where they had an uprising, I think, in 1989 or something. That all happened right there in Tiananmen Square. We are now in Tiananmen Square. I believe that is the thing that is sticking up, the tower-looking thing, I believe is the People's Monument, I think. And then right here is the Chinese flag, and every morning and every afternoon they have like a flag raising ceremony that's apparently packed here to see it. But yeah, there's a flag there. And we are officially in Tiananmen Square. So right there, we're still in Tiananmen Square, but right there is the National Museum of China. And then a little bit of a closer picture of the People's Monument. And then right there, that thing in the background is Chairman Mao's, I think, M-A-O's mausoleum. And then I don't know what's over on that side. But interesting, I was just commenting to Jen on the buildings. There is one China flag. So the flag that's in the middle that's a little bit higher and taller than all the other ones is a flag, like a Chinese flag, a China flag. But then all the other ones are just straight red with no stars. So the China flag is red with 5 stars, 1 large and 4 small. And those up there do not have the stars. Same with the ones right here. They're just red flags without any stars. Interesting. I'm sure that there's some significance to that, but I have no idea what it is. Here's kind of a better explanation of what we've seen. So right up there is the Forbidden City. And then we went through like some gardens over in this area. Then we saw Tiananmen, and then we walked across the street to go to the Tiananmen Square. And then there was the Monument of the People's Heroes, the Chairman Mao's mausoleum, and then something there at the very, very end that I don't know how to say that. But yeah, so there's the Chairman Mao's mausoleum, and then back there you can see the roof of that last building that I have no idea how to say. Oh, and that other building that we didn't know what it was called. So the China National Museum is there, and then it's the Monument of the People's Heroes, and then it's the Great Hall of the People. So those are the two. So the Great Hall of the People is over there, and then the China National Museum is right there. So there's the very, very last building in the Tiananmen Square, and then across the street there's one more. I have no idea what that building is called, but there's the last one that starts with a Z, and then you can't even see it now, but there's Chairman Mao's mausoleum. So this is the Tiananmen Square. So we randomly found a new part of Beijing. We really wanted Starbucks, so there's Starbucks there, and we found this street that looks really cool. So I think we're probably gonna go get some Starbucks, sit down for a little bit, and then maybe explore this street because it looks really cool and like old-fashioned and stuff. It's like the Nanjing Road of Beijing. Yeah, it's cool. We're gonna explore it after our Starbucks. It's very hot.